Hey there, how's it going? Chris Hernandez here, founder of Express Media. In today's video, I want to break down this 20-page document I just created, and I just want to break down all of the key elements I've seen in the industry within the past 11 months in regard to TikTok, how everything is pivoting to TikTok, and ultimately what you can do to increase your ROAS by 50% simply by optimizing your sales funnel with omnipresent marketing, right? So before I dive into specifics, just to share some credibility here, if I look at this is one of our clients that's been with us for the past 6 months. If I look at today's results on Triple Well, net profit, it is 8.9K. Right now, we're seeing a ROAS of a 12.26. This is across Facebook and TikTok, as mentioned, from omnipresent marketing. If I look on a 30-day window, we did 5.11 ROAS, 1.05 net profits. And then if I look at Shopify total sales, 1.4K tracked across, as mentioned, Facebook and TikTok. So we've worked with clients, me and my team have handled budgets in the higher side where it's like 500K a month in terms of ad budgets. Brands doing, I would say, 100K a month in ad spend. Brands doing 50K a month in ad spend. We've worked with brands as well doing anywhere from 5 to 10K on a small scale in terms of ad spend, right? So the reason why I'm able to draw out this information is just the past 11 months. We've worked with various archetypes, and ultimately these business principles can be taken from no matter where your brand is at in terms of ad budget and MRR. Once you apply these principles and these concepts, this is something that you can take with you from going from 0 to 10K, 10 to 100K, 100K to even 7 figures a month, right? So just the fundamentals and covering the basic topic of the customer journey from complete stranger to lifetime consumer, right? So the purpose of running paid traffic is simple. It's literally to capture attention from potential new prospects or potential new buyers from our ads multiple times in regards to they were unaware about our brand. They didn't know anything about the brand or the products we're selling. They come across an ad. They see that ad multiple times within a certain frequency or a certain timeline. They have interest. They have curiosity. They want to go and visit the website or landing page. They're like, oh, wow, this is really interesting from the creative standpoint. They go through the checkout process, they complete purchase. And then the thing is, depending on how well your product is, then the lifetime value, ideally, you want to get multiple repeat buyers in a single 6 month time period, right? And that's how you're going to make money on the back end. Now, a sales funnel can be expanded from a 4-stage process to an 8-stage process, but ideally, the sales funnel and the D2C realm covers these steps. So it's creative. They visit the website or landing page, they check out, they complete purchase, right? Now, in regards to variables dependent on the sales cycle, as consumers from adverts, they're not really intentional of purchasing from a brand, right? The reason why people go on Facebook is very different, right? They want to communicate, they want to talk to people in the space or their friends, they want to look at different posts. When people are on Instagram, they just want to look at whatever content or whoever they're following, they want to see updates in their feed. If I look at TikTok, the reason why people log on to TikTok is mainly they want to seek entertainment, right? So ideally, people that are on these platforms don't go in with the mindset of, oh, I'm ready to whip out my card and purchase or buy from a brand I've never heard of, right? So we have to keep that into account. So as mentioned, as consumers who are consuming the ad content, they're not intentional with purchasing, right? When they first open up a social media platform. So we have to keep this into account when developing a sales cycle in regards to customer archetypes. A product priced at $20 has a low barrier to entry to drive a sell from an impulse from, especially in the American market, right? The GDP of American consumer can spend $20 without blinking an eye or without second guessing it, right? Just because of the GDP of whether they're working a job or so on and so forth, right? Let's say if it's a product above $100, well, then that has a longer sales cycle because more so, um, either it's a husband has talked to spouse like, hey, maybe should I buy this? Or if it's $100 as well, maybe the person or the prospect saw this advert on Wednesday, super interested. They keep seeing ads from Wednesday to Friday. Friday they get their paycheck. They're ready to spend over $100 for the product, right? So we have to keep this into account. From a TikTok perspective, 95% of traffic derives from smartphones, Apple, Androids, 5% on laptops, right? When somebody's making a purchase at a higher ticket price, ideally they're on their laptop because they have that checkout or whatever the link is to that brand, they have it saved and they just pop up. And as mentioned, when they get their paycheck or so on and so forth, right, they're able to make a purchase, right? So when it comes to advertising on TikTok platform, products below $50 you're able to capitalize on impulse purchase, and you're able to track results from a 1 to 2 day attribution window. But anything higher than that, longer sales cycle, they might come across your ad on TikTok, but then they might purchase again after they see a retargeting ad from Facebook, right? But all in all, a $20 product has an ROI justification, shorter sales cycle because of price point. A product above the $100 threshold seamlessly has a longer sales cycle because of pricing, because it's out of the impulse range. So what do we categorize as an impulse purchase? Impulse purchase is simply the relation of a prospect to an advert ratio in which a sales is derived from based off of frequency they see advert, right? So impulse purchases, ideally, a brand new prospect only has to see the ad once or twice, and they're making a conversion, right? They're whipping out their credit card, they're buying. Whereas anything above that two frequencies threshold, right, longer sales cycle, people have to think about it before they make a complete purchase. In regards to platform targeting, the ratio at which an impulse is derived from is solely reliant on advertising channels itself and the audience demographic you're targeting, right? Each platform has a unique formula used to lower CPA and increase average order value, right? So here's a key example. Brett has market validation across Facebook. He's already spending 100K a month with various static images and carousel ads. He tries to copy and paste that assets onto TikTok. He does not get the same results, right? Why is that? Well, each platform is different. Google is different. TikTok's different from Meta. Meta's different from Snapchat, and Meta, everything is just overall not the same in regards to platforms, as they provide different experiences. So, for example, a person who utilizes Google is mainly trying to acquire information about a certain topic, or if they have a question, or if they're trying to look at locations or so on and so forth of where they want to eat or whatever, right? Google is an SEO driven search engine, right? A person who utilizes YouTube is consuming long form content horizontally, right? On a either they're watching this on their YouTube or on their smartphone, on their laptop, or on the TV, right? But ideally, why is somebody on YouTube? Well, they're consuming long form content based on people, content creators, or whatever they get entertainment from, as I should say, right? A person who utilizes TikTok consumes content very, very rapidly. As a platform itself, videos on the For You page are no longer than 30 to 45 seconds, right? And it's really a seamless experience of just constantly scrolling, right? Person who utilizes Meta simply is either searching for entertainment, news, community, or they're catching up with friends. Same thing can be said about Instagram as well, right? They look at their feed, whoever is following specific individuals, right? That's where they get information, or that's where they get updates from pictures, right? But each platform is incentivized to keep the most amount of users engaged on the software. The more time a user spends on the platform, the more advertising budgets get allocated to a demographic in which these platforms make the majority of their cash flow having an engaged audience, right? So different platforms, different algorithms. After spending 500K in total ad spend this Q4 alone, here are my conclusions. So these are all tied in direct relations from one another, right? If you optimize a sales funnel for TikTok, you're able to take those creative assets, those landing pages and offers, and you're able to replicate that onto Meta to see an increase in blended ROAS, right? When you optimize everything else. If you try to replicate what works on Meta onto TikTok without optimizing your creatives, landing pages, or offers for the TikTok audience, you're going to see a low sustainability and low sales conversions because some creatives may or may not work, and the overall success is stagnant, right? Because the TikTok audience is very different than a Facebook audience in regards to creative and landing page optimization. Google, Instagram, and YouTube are all following TikTok's early success by introducing real short form content, right? Here's a recent source. I have this document saved. Like, you can go and click on this as well on my Twitter account. But ideally, here's just some reports in the past year in 2022 in regards to the rise of CPMs on Meta, right? So have a look at these average industries. Beauty, fitness, average CPA is $38. Average CPA for other industries in the space has been steadily increasing in rate. And in regards to Facebook ad CPMs, here's a graph right here that pulls information on average CPM cost shared across each industry is based on data derived from January to November this year, right? CPMs have seen an increase on average from $11.54 to an average of $14.40 in this 2022 year alone, right? And this is going to continue to increase over time just because more brands are adopting Meta as their main traffic source for revenue, right? And everything in the space is getting more and more competitive as a whole, right? So based on congruent data, in order to scale a DTC brand in 2023, a brand must not only rely on a single advertising channel year over year, right? The cost per acquisition will continue to rise on Meta year over year. So what platform offers less competition for my brand, right? Depending on the brand's history, past sales, I'm going to break down scenarios of brands at different revenue points heading into 2023, commonly what they're facing, right? Let's say Brad owns a DTC brand in the supplement space. He's been advertising on Meta past 3 years. In the past 6 months, he saw a drop in ROAS from initial CAC from a 3.4 to a 2.3x, right? Brad spending 50K a month in ad spend takes profits from CAC to fund next month's ad budget. He understands that he must diversify other platforms, right? Let's say Susan's bootstrapping her DTC brand in the supplement space, has limited budget to work with, only 10K in regards to ad budget. She understands that Meta has high CPMs, rising CPAs, and is struggling to even break even in regards to profitability. She's trying to find an advertising channel that is untapped and offers rapid organic growth, right? Scenario A, scenario B both have similar problems, right? Whether you're a brand that's been on the Meta platform, your cost for acquiring new customers is rising. If you're a brand new bootstrap D2C brand, you have the same issues is the cost per acquisition is going to be high if you advertise on Meta. So what's the solution for platforms that are untapped, right? Marketing mixes in regards to DC brands are dispersed in the following, right? Number one's Meta in regards to what platform's getting the most amount of spend. Meta and Instagram. The second platform that's getting the most amount of spend is Google and YouTube, right? The third on that marketing mix is TikTok. Number four is Snapchat, right? So what does this tell me? Everybody's going through Meta, Google. TikTok is still untapped in regards to channel that has proven significant growth in the past 2 years in regards to other advertising channels copying TikTok fast-paced elements and algorithm, right? So in regards to his TikTok format brand, here's just data I pulled again. Right when I share this document, I have links to sources where you can check this information out to validate it. But as mentioned, TikTok's among the 6 most popular social media platform if we look at Facebook, YouTube, WhatsApp, Instagram, WeChat, TikTok, right? Just in organic usage, right? So Facebook, coupled with companies like Google, YouTube, they've been around since the early 2000s, right? TikTok was founded in 2016, and in the past 5 years, it's been number 6 most popular social media platform, right? Here's a quick breakdown of TikTok's revenue numbers since 2017, right? If I look at Q1, they generated 11 mil. If I look at, this was in 2017. If I look at Q4 in 2020, they did 883 million. So from in the past, from 2017 to 2020, we saw an increase of over roughly like 100x in regards to revenue growth. If I look at Q3 in 2022, they generated, so you go from 800 million, right? Now you're at like that basically doubles in regards to the amount of growth they've seen just in 2022 alone, right? So with other competitors in the industry, TikTok has shown significant growth in the past 2 years. And it's just a matter of once you crack the code for TikTok, you're able to acquire new customers at a fairly less cost because it's not saturated as of now, right? So now the question is, how do I generate profitability for my brand on TikTok? I know TikTok's untapped. I know that I need to hop on TikTok because not a lot of competitors are on my space on TikTok. And the thing is, in regards to TikTok, it's a higher barrier to entry because it's a content-driven platform, right? Whereas with Facebook, you can run static images, carousel ads. You don't have to refresh them maybe till like 3 to 4 weeks before you have to tweak something. But the thing is, like with TikTok, content's very fast paced. Creatives fatigue out based on the amount you're spending. That reflects the rate at which how sustainable the results can be generated from said creatives on TikTok, right? So the question is, how do I generate profitability from a brand? I'm sold. I know that I need to adopt TikTok, right? Well, from the scenarios I mentioned before, in regards to Brad and the examples I mentioned, Brad has a high expensive customer acquisition. Same for Susan. Here are the tweaks that need to be adapted in order to become profitable on TikTok, right? Creative variations on content, optimize sales funnel, TikTok specific audience offers, right? So creatives are 90% of success on TikTok. 10% is left to media buying optimization in regards to sales funnel for the new TikTok audience, right? So from running a TikTok agency for the past 11 months, the reason why majority of a brand struggle to generate success, what I've seen month after month with brands that even try to run TikTok by themselves, is that product doesn't solve issues or doesn't have market fit on the platform. And also it's the amount of creatives produced, right? So in regards to TikTok algorithm formula, in order for you as a brand owner to get sales from ad creatives, well, you have to understand the demographic on TikTok, right? TikTok's algorithm is very fast paced. Users have the ability to swipe up from a video at any given second. And if you don't have TikTok downloaded, I highly recommend you download the app because you're going to understand how the algorithm operates, right? And you're going to see, okay, these are the different type of creatives that are on my For You page or they're on my feed. So now when it comes to advertising, I have to create something that mimics similarities across the two, right? So this is a following ad creative, as mentioned. Like here's a platform when you download the app, you have the in-feed Spark ads, and then you have in-feed non-Spark ads, right? So this is like your general For You page, and then let's say you have TikTok profile. One of your posts goes viral. You want to run that as an ad. This is what's called Spark ad. This is how it's displayed on the iOS Apple phones, right? So this is how the following creatives are promoted in app. Let's take a deeper dive at in regards to customer journey and sales funnel, right? So it's simple. User comes across ad creative, user stops scrolling, they click onto the landing page. From that landing page, they add to cart, they enter payment details, they enter their address, and then they just complete purchase, right? So there are two single components that must be optimized completely in order to generate a profitable CAC and continuously scale profitably, right? You need the creatives, and then you need the post-click sales funnel optimization, right? So after speaking to 250 brands in my career so far, here are the common scenarios I see in the DTC industry, right? Brands don't have an internal creative team in place to produce high enough quality creatives month after month. Brands have a creative team or they do have an agency in place in creatives, but the thing is they're focused on making content that looks good instead of optimized to get a sell at the lowest cost possible, right? Then we have number 3. Brands don't have a creative system in place to turn one video into 6 testable advertising creatives. We have number 4, DTC brands lack the ability to produce sufficient volume of creatives at higher advertising spends. Lastly, brands don't have an internal database of content creators they can utilize at their disposal at any given moment, nor do they have a vetting process or creator trainings in place to constantly improve content month after month, right? So as a brand owner, there are 20 different hats one must carry, right? It's not your fault that you're not getting any results. It's more so that you need to have somebody on your team or work with an agency or whatever that can knock this out for you, right? That's how you're going to generate success head into 2023, right? But all in all, TikTok is very fast paced. Therefore, the creators must have a direct relation to what the audience is accustomed to on the TikTok platform. The term UGC, user generated content, has been heavily utilized in the industry, but very few actually understand how to make creatives in a way that lowers CAC, right? So UGC is simply defined as brand specific content created by individuals who are supposed to replicate buyer's experience within the product, right? This approach is great, but creating a video from scratch without any clear direction will not generate profitability on TikTok. Creating content that produces impulse purchases, here's our specific formula, right? It's pretty simple. One video is anywhere from 21 to 25 seconds. It has 8 different sectors or 9 different sectors within that video. In regards to sectors, what do I mean? But specific clips in place, right? So, for example, like we have a hook, we have a problem, we have a felt solution, we have an introduction of a product, we have features, unique selling points, we have demonstration with various B-roll clips, right? Then we have the benefits, then we have the desired end result, and then we have the call to action, right? So when I mention sectors, these are just, there's going to be, okay, this B-roll footage of the hook. Then we're going to have a transition that's going to guide into or lead the person who comes across our ad into the next step, which is like problems they can relate to. Then a transition into the next step, which is the felt solution. So it's very fast paced, very fast transitions with various B-roll footage, and it's from a storytelling dynamic. It doesn't really feel like an ad, right? And in order to turn a stranger into a lifelong customer, we must tackle certain emotions with the creatives, right? We need to generate interest to stop scrolling. That's number 1. We need to get the user to stop scrolling. If we don't get somebody to stop scrolling, they click off, then it's the creatives is pointless, right? Whatever we do after that is pointless. After we get somebody to stop scrolling, we need to generate curiosity for them to want to learn more, right? Once we have curiosity, we need to create urgency for them to buy the product when they click off into the landing page, right? So the creative itself gets somebody to stop scrolling, and the creative itself sells somebody to click on the landing page, right? The landing page does the conversion. It gets the sell based off the education of the product, right? So if you have really good creatives, but you have a shit landing page, I'll cover exactly what that looks like and then just solutions for that. But yeah, pretty much covered everything in regards to the 9 sectors, so on and so forth, right? So this is relation to why do we create variations of content, right? How do you create variations of content? Well, when you have one video with various B-roll footage, right? You're able to move parts around within that one unique video to produce 6 variations of content, right? For example, you can have one video that's going to be 25 seconds. You can have another video that's going to be 15 seconds, another video that's going to be 10 seconds, and then you can rearrange clips to create variations of what's worked in the past, right? For example, let's say Creative 1 has a really good thumbs up ratio, but Creative 2 or Creative 3 has a really good thumbs up ratio as well, but there's drop off like within like the 15 seconds of a video, right? So you take winning components of different creative elements, introduce them into a new testable ad, and then that's how you go about scaling on TikTok with data-driven content that's going to increase profitability as content production increases over time. So benefits is it's going to lower CAC over time once you have the right curves coupled with the right audience, right? The great thing about this as well is this is reusable assets when you create variations of content that you can run on Meta as well to boost blended ROAS. And this allows you to overall just diversify traffic when you solve the content issue, right? Now, the next step, the post-click sales funnel optimization, right? Here is an example of, okay, you have really good creatives, but the thing is the post-click process is trash, right? So we did an audit from one of our clients before we signed on with them. So here, like the metrics they had 5,943 people click onto the landing page. The click-through rate was a 1.04%. Out of 5,943 people who clicked on the landing page, only 257 added to cart and only 9 people completed purchase, right? But the thing is, out of those 9 conversions, 593 average order value was in place, or not average order value, but the total value of these 9 customers equated to $593, right? So what does this tell me? The creative is decent, right? A creative close to 1%, it's a decent creative. The more variations you make, that's how you're going to increase the click-through rate to go higher over time. But you can have a decent creative. If you have a terrible landing page, you're going to see numbers like this. Out of 5,943, only 257 add to cart, only 9 people complete purchase, right? So when it comes to analyzing data, you want to cross-reference attribution from TikTok in-app platform to other platforms like Triple L, Northbeam, right? You want to make sure your attribution is solid so that you can make tweaks in the sales funnel, right? So creatives that are the very first metric I look at before cross-referencing data, right? So I look at the click-through rate, I look at the thumbs up ratio, right? And as the ad creative is close to 1%, I look at, okay, what's the cost per click? Is it less than $4? And that means we have a potential winner. Is the CPM less than $10? This verifies that the creative is promising from initial data from a 1 to 3 day window, right? Creatives from initial testing will not be perfect. It's very rare that you have ad creatives that will generate a 2% click-through rate right off the gate after testing, right? So the methodology I broke down about variations, that style of content is going to increase your performance over time, right? It's not going to happen right away. Scenarios to analyze for high drop-off rate. So if a creative has a click-through rate close to 1%, that means it's decent. Now, if you see a drop-off post-click, right? Things that can affect low conversions, like these numbers I showed right here, pretty simple. Landing page loading speed. If you have a slow landing page, people are going to click off. If the landing page isn't optimized for iOS, Android users, you're going to see a huge drop off. Does the landing page utilize features that enhance the user experience, like pop-up products, features, GIFs? Is there congruency from creators used on the ad to the post-click, right? These are different variables you can play around with to increase the conversion rate on that landing page, right? Also, is there an offer ladder in place for upsells / discounts for a TikTok only code, right? General rule of thumb, right? Products priced below $50, you want to see an average 10% of prospects who click on the landing page add to cart, right? So out of 100 clicks, 10 people add to cart, and you want to see 50% complete purchase out of the add to cart ratio, right? Products above $50, you want to see an average of 6% of prospects who click on the landing page add to cart. So all of these are rough metrics. It varies depending on the niche or the industry you're targeting, but you have to keep that into account when determining the average sales cycle per SKU, right? So out of total people, you want to see it, as mentioned, 50% complete purchase, right? Out of 50 people who added to cart, you want to see 25 people complete purchase, right? Make sure just those numbers align when you're analyzing creatives and then analyzing post-click, right? So the sales funnel as a whole, right? Once you fix and tweak the landing page, you're going to see higher conversion rate. You're going to see profitable customer acquisition, right? But another thing you can do to increase ROAS is play with offers. So offers are the bridge between someone buying more than one product or simply even buying products at all, right? The premises around offers is that you want to make it super low barrier to entry to get somebody into the ecosystem so that you make money as well in the back end in regards to lifetime value, right? So lifetime value, I covered this recently, but it's literally the frequency assisting a single customer buys back from the brand within a 6 to 12 month period, right? So this is what separates brands doing multi seven figures between brands just stuck at 200 to 500K a month in MRR, right? So all in all, how do you increase the ROAS from offers, right? We don't want to train new customers to only buy from our brand when we release a special discount, right? But the thing is, we want to create offers that makes it low barrier to entry for somebody to get in our ecosystem and ultimately buy more of our products via bundles, right? So offer archetypes that work best are low initial customer acquisition, discount around higher AOV, product bundles, right? You buy two, get the next one free, or buy two products, get free shipping, or offers around that increases the average order value. That's going to increase the ROAS by lowering the initial CAC. Buy two products, get your next purchase 50% off. TikTok only redeemable coupon code, right? This makes somebody feel special, unique compared to what everybody else is running, right? Customer sophistication levels have increased post 2020 when everyone has pivoted to buying from online stores, right? Every single brand is running a 20% discount or $15 off first purchase, right? These offers are constantly cycling through, especially with big retail brands, right? So offers around lowering the initial cost per customer acquisition, but on top of that, increasing AOV is how you separate yourself from everybody else, right? Last thing is back-end email SMS, right? Once you have somebody in your ecosystem, you must nurture that relationship. That's how you're going to find success over time, right? That's how you're going to get a higher lifetime value is through nurturing that relationship with back-end emails, SMS messaging, right? So from an ad perspective, the focus should be, okay, profitable initial customer acquisition, profitable lifetime value, profitable backend email SMS that you nurture relationships so that you have a community that you're building over and over again, right? So people want to buy your products when you release new products, right? Conclusion, final part to this video and everything that I just kind of built out, right? D2C is an industry that is highly competitive, very fast paced with changes in the market, right? Those who capitalize on these marketing changes sustain longer periods of success and growth over time, right? Doesn't matter if you're in a recession, doesn't matter if you're in a healthy economy. These same principles apply no matter what, right? So if I look at trends, TikTok is something that's been consistent for the past 2 years, and it's currently offering lower CPMs, right? Once you optimize your sales funnel, once you optimize your creatives, once you optimize your landing pages, once you optimize your offers, once you optimize back in email SMS, those are the winning components that you need to have handled in order to scale profitably in this day and age of marketing as it's super competitive, right? So there's two paths you can walk as a DTC brand owner. You can build an in-house team or you can work with an agency that specializes in your current bottlenecks, right? Let's look at pros and cons for each. An in-house team is you need team members that fall under one umbrella, right? That's a pro. The thing is, you have pros in regards to capacity to constantly renovate around new verticals to build new products, right? You have direct control as an owner in communication from the team or other people that are managing specific roles from your team. Cons is it's very difficult to find talent to join a brand's vision. Owners yourself, you have to have a high level of marketing understanding to even make the right hire, right? So if you come in and you have no marketing knowledge, well, then you're screwed to even hire the right people, right? There's also more time commitment from a brand owner to manage a team in the very beginning stages, right? Before you even have SOPs or systems, right? Working with my agency, The Pros, it's pretty simple, plug and play. We go into your brand, we audit everything, the whole entire sales funnel. We do a complete renovation in regards to changes we need to make. And then ultimately, we're specialists on TikTok, right? We're not focused on doing Google. We're not focused on doing YouTube ads. We're mainly just focused on TikTok. And when it comes to TikTok, it's not even that we specialize on the platform. We know it works on the platform, but the thing it's a creative post-click offer. That's what we specialize in, right? To increase the sales funnel that's going to lower the CAC. Pros with us is, I mean, we've already built our internal team process. We have like 350 vetted creators in our database ready to shoot content. Cons, the only con with working with us is not your very owned in-house team. But the thing is, you get to work on high revenue driving activities outside of marketing, right? You're able to go and focus on launching new products. You can focus on building brand awareness by going on different podcasts, right? So great agencies are a dime a dozen. And my team and I, it's pretty simple, looking to bring on 1 or 2 more brands as we enter this new period of quarterly growth. But if you're interested about everything I covered and you need help in regards to marketing on TikTok, marketing, getting the right creatives, getting landing pages in place, right? Feel free to book a call with either me or my team. We'll walk you through our process A to Z. We'll see if you're a good fit. And if you are a good fit, we'll make you an offer so that we can help you generate success in this new age of marketing. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, let me know. But I hope this document, this video as itself, it was very valuable. If you want the exact PDF, you can just follow me at Twitter, on Twitter at the Chris HRDZ, and I'll have this post pinned on my account, so you can get direct access. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you. Bye bye.